100% club, and it is cold, but wonderful in the Midwest. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys, I don't know if it's more than like 1 below 0 here or something. I think that's about what it is. I think it's our car's saying it. I'm about to take off and try to heat the car a little bit, but I'm going to do a video and I'm sitting here and I got a little time to spend with my friends and my warrior friends. So I hope you guys doing well. Hope you guys are conquesting. Hope you guys are continuing on your purpose for God's purposes. If it's a little bit muffled because of the car engine, my apologies. We'll try to get this one done. And if you guys can't hear it, maybe I'll redo it at some point. Let's talk about Moromormaster 6621 had a great comment asking about calmness comes from semen retention. Let's go ahead and talk about that, but let me do some shout outs first. Mr. Moneyman, thank you, my friend. Petermakwuah, thank you, my friend. Christink, thank you. At 60 wet dreams, no, I don't get that anymore. I did that when I was younger. A lot of it, I don't count those type of things anyway as part of the streak. Remember, guys, this is really a lifestyle type of thing. Even if you happen to do wet dreams and release, you can still go ahead and start again. I think it's really a matter, and I gotta close this thing a little bit. I got too much light in my face here. But you can always go back and start again. The whole idea is to try to focus on creating a lifestyle in which you have self-control and you're trying to control yourself, and that's the main thing. Knowledge Harvester, thank you, my friend. Not finished yet, I like that. That one, thank you. Hamilton 1007, thank you. Giodude as usual, thank you. John Jennings, Oleg, thank you guys. Ben 31113 from Australia, thank you. Hizkiyahu, thank you, my friend. Vel 2.0, thank you. A lot of our old-time friends commenting in. Bronzo29, thank you, my friend. Charlie Ray 13, thank you. Blackby Dope Demand, thank you, my friend. Tomsaint Legar, thank you, my friend. Johnnie 5213, thank you. Ronte Playz, thank you, my friend. Ametalf, thank you as well, old friend. Sleepy Sage, thank you, my friend. Defefabinho, thank you. Igor Mironav, thank you, my friend. Jasonodell, thank you. Johnnie Tab, thank you. Dog 6, thank you. Myles Javy, thank you. And Harrison Fletcher, thank you, my friend. All right, so let's talk about calmness a little bit here. And part of calmness really is the idea of, are you peaceful, tranquil under stressful situations, right? And we all can get excited at times. We all can get really upset. We can get angry. I've had that problem for years. I think that came from playing football when I was younger in high school and college. You get a certain mentality, and it's hard to kind of break that mentality. But you learn that certain things affect your body. Now, for all those naysayers out there who have had people commenting it, I would encourage you to try this. Try to control yourself so you're not releasing all the time. And you'll see a huge difference when it comes on focusing on yourself. And when you're focusing on yourself, you're seeing a huge difference, because once you're in a mode of not releasing, you'll start thinking about all kinds of other different things. You'll focus on other things that are more important than women. In this case, I'm talking all the men, because 99% of our viewers are men. So if you're focusing on all these other things, you're bettering yourself, and you're going to see a remarkable difference. And from a physiological standpoint, a psychological standpoint, a spiritual standpoint. Now, will you still go through times of difficulty? Of course. I think God is the one that you're communicating with. He will put you through different types of trials. I think he'll put you through different types of good things and things that don't appear to be good. But in the long run, he's got a plan for you. And part of having faith is having that idea that things will work out. And the longer you keep that faith, better things will happen to you. Abundance will happen to you. And I'm not talking about abundance in just wealth. Wealth is a very tricky type of thing, because wealth can be good for some people. It can be bad for some people. If you're using wealth for good things to help other people, that's great. but it can also be a cage for you, because now you've got to make more and more money, and you got to continue to make more money, and now you put yourself in a cage where now you can't not make as much money because you're so used to a certain lifestyle you're at. But the calmness comes in because you feel a lot more peaceful. And I can't tell you the difference in my life, at least. And all I do is kind of give you reflections of my life, and because there's not a lot of scientific evidence that I can show you, and some people have to experience. And all the viewers who experience this know that as we talk about this. And by the way, before I get a chance to, I'm going to make some changes this coming year. I'm in the process of getting a PC, and I'm going to go back to a computerized, so you'll probably see stuff that's going to be computer generated types of things that are not computer. What I mean is I want to do it on a computer, record on a computer, so you'll see a bigger picture probably than you do when I do it from the phone. And you'll also get a chance, probably a better quality as we go on as well, and kind of focusing on that. I'm also going to do more tutoring types of things, and actually reach out to a bunch of people like Eddie and a few of the people have asked about that. I am going to start doing that with people, so I kind of let you guys know and contact if you want to contact me. I don't get messages through emails. Some people send me from their emails, send it to me, but I'll probably start doing some stuff directly. But going back to the calmness idea, the idea that you're calm means that you can handle any difficulty that comes up. And that means you're peaceful. This is what I think the Satan tends to work on there. There's two things that hurt a person. That's pain, and that's fear. And so as you look at those two things, those are two things that calmness affects a great deal. And if you're not holding your energy, you're not 100%. And if you're not 100%, whether you're playing football, whether you're going to school, whether you're on a job, in a relationship, then it's easy to get caught with those two things. Because if you're 100%, you're more easy to experience the opposite. Happiness, right? Peacefulness. And you don't have that sort of mentality. Because no matter what happens to you, it's Aristotle, a lot of people have said over the years, it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to that. And you react to it in a way in which you're very positive and you're tranquil. Okay, it's okay, but those things are going to happen. I need to find a solution. What's the solution? Let's go ahead and try that. Let's not get too upset because it's only going to hurt me and the situation in the long run. Let's be calm about this. When you look at characters on the screen and things we've seen, James Bond, for instance, cool and collective. A lot of the times that person may and may not be releasing, who knows, but you can see the calmness that person has when situations go bad. It's kind of a character example from a movie, but you can probably understand what I'm talking about. Being calm in situations also attracts females, right? The confidence level you have that you can go ahead and solve these situations. That is a huge benefit of retaining. And I know that because for 47 years I struggled off and on, and I could see the difference between retaining and not retaining. Those times when I was not retaining, I was always jittery, nervous, anxious about things, not knowing what's going to happen, lacked a lot of faith, which is a real connection between God and yourself when you're under semen retention. But when you're retaining and you're holding all that information, all that energy inside, all those nutrients and vitamins, now all of a sudden you're full go. You know, you have the full armor of God. And once again, the thing of youth, you know, the fountain of youth, all those things we talk about, back to Kemmler's book, that really is what we're talking about in being a superhuman being. What we're talking about superhuman being is what God intended to be anyway. We just happen to call it superhuman because 99% of the people in the world are not like this. They release at a time. I saw something the other day. It's a sad situation, right? This woman is on there talking about the fact that she slept with 1,000 men, broke some kind of record in a day. Now, can you just think about that? And this person's, I think, around 25 years old. What that person's life's going to be like. You know, they don't see any problem with this. And this is a problem with the younger generation, especially females, who believe their body is nothing but just a, you know, whatever they want to do, any kind of pleasure they want to have. And males obviously are going to accommodate and lose track of their minds as well. And so they're losing themselves in this. And God takes them, and all of a sudden they've lost their soul. And now, you know, all they're doing is self-destructing. They don't see this at 25 because they think they're invulnerable. But once she hits 27, 28, you'll see a huge difference, because men will not want to do this with her like they used to. And if this is accurate numbers, which, you know, you never know if it is or not, but it may be. But the bottom line really is when you're looking at this, the more you're releasing that energy, which obviously you have to do in these situations, right? You're sitting there now becoming less of a human being. And obviously, you're going to be a lot more, you know, tensed up, anxious, and you're not going to have that calmness you should have. And so the peacefulness comes from being with your God. And God did not intend you to sleep around with all kinds of people. Also, like God didn't intend you to go ahead and release the pictures and images all the time. And so when you're doing that, all of a sudden you're undermining yourself. And we've talked about this a long time, over the last 3 or 4 years. And I realized that we can talk forever on this thing. And we know this. I mean, inherently people know they should not be releasing all the time. Now, I do know, obviously, doctors and, you know, the medical profession, I think trying to sell money sometimes, they're out there saying, okay, we should be able to release as much as you want to. Well, you can, right? And theoretically releasing one time is not going to kill you. But over a period of time, it becomes a habit-forming type of thing. And what you're trying to avoid is what a lot of young people, a lot of young men get into, is when they're 18, 19, 20 years old, they release all the time, and so it becomes a habit, and now it's an addiction. And now all of a sudden, now they see the effects of the addiction over a period of time. It's not going to be something that's going to kill you today, but it's going to kill you over a period of time. And this is why this is becoming an epidemic, because people can't control their behavior. They don't really want to control their behavior, because the spark they get, the short-term satisfaction they get by releasing that instant, even though it's filled later on, and you know, another 10 minutes later, is filled with, you know, depression, upset, because they've lost their energy, is not as important as that quick release. And it becomes easier and easier after a while. Now, it becomes harder and harder with a partner once you do it with pictures all the time. But the thing is that what you've got to do is realize that all of this is leading to more being, the Bible calls being dirty. Obviously, discharge is not a good thing. Look at the Bible talks about discharge. You have to be clean for 7 days afterwards. You're unclean. Well, part of the unclean means you're just destroying yourself. And the more you do this, the more you're destroying yourself. So that's why we're all together on this, realizing that the longer your streak is, the better off you are. And even if you break the streak, it's a lifestyle. You have to go back to the lifestyle, realizing this is something I want to do long term. I'm trying to be more healthy, more pure, so that God can use me and then I can feel more with God. The reason we do this, my friends, is that over time, and I've seen this in discussions with people, I always refer back to the autobiography of Malcolm X, or that he did this for 12 years, and you have a chance to reach the Lord closer and closer the more you do this. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to do other bad behaviors, but once again, when you're retaining, you now all of a sudden are more focused on those behaviors that are going to be better for you. Your confidence level grows. Now you're going to have goals set up for yourself. You're not focusing on women. You're focusing on taking care of yourself nutritionally. Now you're more worried about your body more. Now you're worried about more your habits, bad habits. Get those out of the way. You're going to take showers are going to help you. I take cold showers. If you're going to go ahead and spiritually, you're going to go ahead and read the book of God more, the Bible. You're going to go ahead and look at things like that, your Creator. whatever it might be. You're going to then focus on all these things that are going to better you in the long run, because now it's an overall type of thing. That one thing of controlling yourself leads yourself now to have confidence in doing other things. And one of those huge benefits, besides the attraction that a lot of you guys are interested in, is really more of the idea of calmness, being at peace, not getting too upset, almost kind of like taking everything. And remember, reminded me of an old coach in the NFL many years ago said, when you score a touchdown, act like you've been there before, whether it's good, bad, indifferent. I was a great football coach of one of the teams that were able to sit on the sidelines and just kind of look stoic the whole time. Good or bad, nothing affected the person. Now, I'm sure inside it probably affected the person a lot, but they never showed that because they acted like it was just part of life. Part of life is things going good for you. Sometimes they don't appear good for you. And those type of situations, you gotta still look for the good. That's your character trying to come back and say, okay, I'm not gonna let the emotion of the situation bother me. So you gotta stay calm in situations. But the biggest part of being calm is not releasing your energy. And the more you release your energy, the more you get your almost your body is at a lack. And that's easy then to say, okay, where is that energy going to come from? Can I bring that energy back? And now you're more susceptible. It's almost like the same idea of having colds or being upset with someone. I'm going to put my thing back up. Sun's going down here. But it's almost like you're at a loss because you're sick. And I have been sick for many, many years. I'll get sniffles once in a while, but that's the most of it. But if you're sick, it's coming because a lot of times you're missing something is not in your body that protected you. This is like your protection. Retention is like your protection. Now, you may not hear that from a lot of people, but it's like your protection. You're being protected from those things around you. A lot of the germs, illnesses, anything else that Satan also wants to use, temptation, depression. You'll notice that people who get upset, people who get sick, depressed, they have a lot of stress going on. They don't know how to handle it. They're not calm. And you can be excited and still calm. But what it is talking about is inside of you. What is happening inside of you to allow you to become anxious? The Bible talks about have no anxiety for the tomorrow. Think in terms of God is going to be helping you. I don't care if you're 63, moving closer to 64 like I am, or you're 20 years old, 18 years old, 19, you're 30, 40, 50, all stages of life, that you have to continue to have faith that God is with you. God will help you. Your Creator will help you. And if you're not, not Christian like I am, you're going to focus on your Creator. Your Creator and relationship is the main thing. I never judge anybody on anything they do, because then I should be judged. And so I'm going to go out there and support each one of you guys, warriors as you are. But the key is to get close to your Creator and to realize, have faith that Creator is going to help you. And from a psychological standpoint, that helps you then become more relaxed and calm. You're not getting all anxious and upset with things that happen. And part of living a long life, from everything I've seen with people living over 100 years of age, is being calm, tranquil, letting things happen, not becoming too stressed out, and being able to handle that stress as you go along. And part of handling that stress is going back to retention. So, Moromormaster, thank you, my friend, for a great topic. I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope you guys were able to hear this with the car, but I had to warm up the car a little bit, and I think I'm going to end this one now. Always remember, guys, stay warm. If you're in the Midwest, stay warm. And hope you guys continue to be closer to God, conquesting yourselves and conquesting others. And always remember two things, my friends. One, every day is a new day to a great warrior, and you guys are all great warriors. And number two, guys, we have to continue to fight that devil, because the devil's going to continue to battle us. So we have to continue to battle on! Have a great night, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.